When she shines, she must be veiled. We do not know why. She veils her hair, her head. So, if it's due to humidity, I can understand. If it's a way to find concentration, all that, that's something I can understand. But to cover her hair, because she is facing God, I don't understand. It's strange that she cannot pray while being modestly supported. That she has respect for her Lord is one thing. That she is completely covered is another. Hence the veiled map. That's where the idea of the builder comes from. Why can't a woman lead the prayer when she is with her husband? So that means that her prayer indeed, in fact, is actually not valid. As a result, she has no weight against her husband, who might be, a big disgusting person, a bastard, a liar, a thief, whatever you want, you see. Maybe he even cheats on her. We don't know. If so, why do you say no? Of course, yes. So how is it that maybe he is completely twisted? Maybe in front of God, he doesn't even exist, and she is loved by God. But she has to be behind this bum, and she has to. No, I am a little tough, but it's to bring you back to reality a bit. These are also things that can exist, you see. There are also people, you see, who are twisted. But he can lead the prayer while the woman cannot. Clearly the woman is not very loved by God. God doesn't seem to care much for women. I don't know what his issue is with women, but they don't have much. By Abbot Ligamel. You see, Abbot Lissi doesn't read his guy. You see, doing livestock farming. It's true that the status of women in Islam is not very encouraging, to the point that she cannot preside. So excuse me, ladies, but if you can't lead the prayer at home, it means that, in fact, you see, you have no standing at all. It's crap. That's what it is. I didn't want to say it. You're the one saying it, but in a way, you're not wrong. I heard her say, she screamed so much behind her computer. I heard her, she told me, yes, it's bullshit, that's exactly it. I've felt it since I was born. She must have a lot of... No, but it's true. Why can't she pray? Lead the prayer. In the name of what? It's very strange anyway, what's happening to me. It's as if I was thinking like this, but I thought it very, very... strongly within myself. I thought it was strange. I was actually praying. But you know how the human brain works. It can think of 36,000 things at the same time. I don't know why. I am praying. I am reciting. And at the same time, this thought came to me. But it lasted just a second, yet there is a hole. It's nonsense, really. A bunch of thoughts came to me. And I said to myself, it's true. I tried to focus. And then, after I finished my prayer, I thought about it. I stayed sitting on the mat. I thought about it, and I said to myself, it's true, why couldn't she lead the prayer? So that means that in the end, she doesn't count for anything. In fact, it serves no purpose for this woman to pray. What's the point? She can't preside. No, but it seems so. Logical, clear to me, that I wonder, on what basis? Status of man, come on, stop your nonsense. What do I mean? I don't actually understand. In the name of what? That's the thing. It's very strange that a woman's prayer counts for nothing. She only matters to herself, in fact. I find this, once again, really, we'll see. I find this, once again, you can tell me what you want. I don't care about your stories, your explanations. I find this, once again, humiliating, you know. Look, that a woman cannot lead the prayer at home while she is more knowledgeable than the man, I don't know how to say it, that her husband and children, but she must be placed at the very back. There is the husband, the children, and Bobole, who is behind, watching over the food. It's completely crazy, in fact. It's true that it's a question I've never asked myself, the fool that I am. Why is it that my wife, who knows the count better than I do, recites for them? But why can't we pray together? It's time for prayer. Come on, darling, Bismillah. We are both equal before God. Why would her prayer not be valid? Because I am by her side. How is it that I cancel it? It's, like in French, the masculine cancels the feminine. It takes precedence instead. It tramples on the feminine in some way. You have one man and you have 10 women, and everything is put in the masculine. The man is there. The woman no longer exists. You think, hey, what are you doing here? It's about praying. You are here, in your place. Don't make me tell you this a second time, because right now, while I'm losing, you're already out of it. If the call to prayer has happened, it's already been 2 minutes. And stop making noise when you walk. You're distracting me. It becomes tedious in the end to keep repeating the same thing. You can't lead the prayer as a woman. But seriously, just wrap all that up. Stop. If I were a woman, I believe I would cause a stir. Outside of prayer, I would wear a low-cut top. I don't matter anyway. You see, you come in, you're made up. You put on perfume and everything. You destabilize your husband. Some destabilizations. Ah, you look beautiful like that. Like this he does. Just as soon as he turns around, he does. Like a good. Sorry, Lord, you've shut your mouth. Yeah, laugh, laugh. You'll see your face. Laugh behind, laugh well. You'll see, you idiot. You come here to distract me, you piece of coffee lowney. Satan's minion. Yeah, I would cause a ruckus if I were a good woman. You'll see your prayer. It's okay, the idea, for me, no, but it's true. It's true, Agib. Just like we trample on our women, we're here, with our chatter, the woman in Islam. Never, ever, in the whole universe, has a woman been as respected as in Islam. But she will bring light from behind, at the back of the classroom, always at the back of the classroom, always. Well, this is something I know well, you see. The radiator. It's true that I have a relationship with the radiator, I admit. Very emotional. As soon as I see a radiator, I tend to stick to it. So, if it's lit, then let me tell you. You know what I mean? I'm even an Akafelo, so I say go ahead, lead the prayer. I'll stay by the radiator, at the back of the mosque, like this, like... It reminds me of class. It reminds me, you see, of that famous school time. Seriously. It's still incredible that women are considered so insignificant. Even in front of your eyes, she counts for nothing. What makes her more knowledgeable than you, yet you, as a man, actually disavow her. You are a mental, religious, and human bum, meaning you have nothing compared to your wife, yet you nullify all her relationship with God. You nullify her knowledge just because you have a penis. It's still crazy. Really. Come on, admit it, it's still ridiculous. The guy, you see, he might only know the Fatiha a couple of nights. I don't know. I mean, you can only know the Fatiha and be loved by God. It's not about knowing the Quran by heart. I mean, you know the Quran by heart, but you don't know what it expresses. Whether you put jars on a donkey's back, that's how it's said. Jars of water or something like that, or, you see. Gold coins, the donkey, it moves forward. It is in a suit, we don't care. It moves forward. But for your wife, even if she has knowledge, much more than you, the fact that you have a penis nullifies everything she is. She no longer exists, in fact. It's very curious. It's curious that we don't ask ourselves these questions. Why does a man like this have this power too? I can't find the specific word, I'm sorry. You see, because I've been acting foolishly for a while now. You see, Damn, how do you say it? I can't find the word, you know. Yeah. Well, you're going to write it to me in a message, but it's too late. My video is done. Oh, this is annoying. No, it's true. What she is becomes irrelevant if she no longer exists. Because you have the preference just because you are a man. It's crazy after all. So for me, I can't think otherwise. For me, it's a matter of common sense. It's a matter of music. I believe that a woman has the right to stop praying. Her prayer is useless. In fact, her prayer is useless. Why would she be accepted when she is alone or when she is behind her husband? And she would not be accepted if it was she who leads. So that means that in fact, her prayer does not. The weight of the man's prayer, in fact, is that he can pray on behalf of the group. She cannot pray for the group. So, in fact, why does she pray, you know? I feel like telling her, in absolute terms, you see, I don't know why you pray, you know. Stay in your kitchen. No, it's true. To stay focused, you see. Move your legs. You see, you can't get back, you see. No risk of, you see. Let it burn. And that's very strange anyway. Where are the women? Why are you silent like that? Don't you ask yourselves this question? Why, as a woman, don't I say I know the Quran better than my husband? I have studied. I know Islam better than him. I am much more competent than him. How is it that I do not have the right to lead the prayer within my own family? How is it that my husband cancels all religiosity in me, all competence, all knowledge? Do I need to get a penis transplant to be able to lead? Is that normal? Why is there still this superiority of men in religious matters, just because he is a man? What justifies that a man and a status, you see, and a degree above women in religious terms? It's just crazy. Really. It's crazy that you can't pray with your dear one, you see, with Al-Prisi. You see, a turn of role. When you feel good, you say, darling, it's time. Are you going to pray now or not? Are you busy? We did it together. You share a moment. It's beautiful. I would love to hear it. Tell him, go ahead. What Meldon did, he didn't say anything. But if I had my love, I would tell her, you lead. If she's not happy, I would stop her. I would say, how is it that you want to be a feminist in reverse? You crazy person. Get in front. And if you annoy me, I will pray behind you. Oh, absolutely. I just stand right behind. Oh, I don't care at all. I do what I want. I mean, I stand behind. I tell him, look, I tell him, what's wrong with you? You're going to lead. Why can't you lead? Who told you that? Who told you that? Oh, you. It's annoying. I would put a board in my house, a hajib, or a bastard. It's straightforward. We need to stop this. What the hell is going on? No, but seriously. It's a question. It's a real question that I'm asking. It's a real question. I find it unfair. I find it unfair. I find it humiliating, degrading. It's really. In the name of what, Hajib? In the name of what? Your sunnah once again. It is you. It is you. It is you. It is you who have decided. I say, why couldn't my wife lead the prayer at home? Why? Why? Because what does that mean? It means that her prayer, in fact, is useless. That's what it means. It doesn't mean anything else. For me, it means that her prayer is useless. That's what it means. If she cannot carry my prayer, it's because her prayer is worthless. That's all. So I tell her, you're wasting your time with your prayers. Stop praying. If, at home, you can't pray, you see. While you have much more knowledge than I do, that means your prayer is worthless. Your relationship with God, you see, is limited. I, the bastard, would have a preeminence over you. In the name of what? In the name of my penis. It's the religion of the penis, actually. It's completely insane. It's completely crazy that simple questions like this don't even cross our minds, and that we can't say to ourselves, wait, this is strange. What is it? Why are we such bastards like this, actually? Why is the woman trampled like this? And she, I don't know, she lets herself be trampled. She doesn't ask questions. She doesn't rebel. She doesn't say, but wait, I will be prayed for. But why wouldn't my prayer be valid alongside my dear? All right, well, starting tonight, you will sleep on the floor, and I will sleep in my mother. You will sleep in the living room. Because I believe that a man should not sleep. You, set your rules, my dear. Set your rules. You say that's how it is. I will sleep away from you behind. You sleep there. I will sleep behind. Hein Ben? Why am I going to sleep next to you? And I can't pray next to you. It's true. Why? So I can't pray next to you. I won't thank you for your sides. No, but it's true. We're here on that. Your stories, your blah blahs. Our women are diamonds that we protect in the safe and all. He protects in the basement. Look, they are there. But as soon as you get to the concrete, that's it, it's over. The guy. He doesn't want to, he's sure, I'm telling you. The guy prays next to his wife, and he's sure that her prayer is not valid. So what is your wife, really? We all think that. We all think it, because we were born this way. And it's our programming. If a woman prays, we say, what is it? Her prayer is not valid. So you think your wife is a little kefiruna. But of course, you think that, well, she prays, but well, God is indeed the greatest. He said, well, pretend. You know how women are. I created her from Adam's rib. She's already twisted. She elbows me from the start. Excuse my vulgarity, but you put her behind those so she doesn't get distracted. When you pray, you see, because you have to stay. It's completely crazy. She's being trampled in every way. She doesn't even realize it anymore, actually. Here, in the back, it's on time. She arrives and says, I set you behind. You don't need to say it. She knows the way, you see, like the donkey that goes to the source. As soon as it hears that you see, he goes, and then as usual she praises afterwards. As soon as she hears God is the greatest, she shows respect and makes sure not to walk in front. She is there, she is discreet. Well, we always have a little message to send. It's the prayer. I'll remind you later. Take care. Hum hum. It's incredible, incredible. No one is willing to pray alongside his wife. The scoundrel, he does it. The best among us, he does it. Then he goes to pray in secret. I'm going to Rachud. I'm coming. We need to. A thing in prayer, really. You led me. I'm really proud of you. Yeah, I was also. Good. Love. We are sure that it is not valid. What does that mean? In fact, it's nonsense for nothing. In all areas, at the gala, at church, it weighs on her. It's not normal. There isn't a woman who asks the question who says, but how come I can't pray with my husband at home? I am actually useless. I am absolutely useless. Nothing. Even on a spiritual level, she cannot validate a prayer. Can you imagine how humiliating that is? How degrading it is? It's actually disgusting. When you think about it, it's disgusting. They will find excuses for you. Well, I don't want to hear about it anymore, you know what I think about it. But it's true that I told myself, I don't know, I had this thought, very strong, that came to me, I don't know. I told myself, it's actually quite strange after all, indeed, it's true. And after my prayer, I reflected and said to myself, it's true, it's really disgusting after all. But it's beautiful too, to pray with your wife and for her to lead. It's actually magnificent. And then what respect do you give him, you see? You see, what trust do you give him? You tell him, here are important moments in my life. Prayer is an important moment in my life, and I rely on you, you see. There you go. You pray, I rely on you, I trust you completely, and through you, I draw closer to God. It's indeed absolutely wonderful. For us, it's the opposite. Frankly, at some point, this respect for your territory, the room, the kitchen, all that, the hallway, we can share it. But at some point, prayer, serious matters, you leave that to serious people. We also cannot give you too much. We must not exaggerate either. That's what it means. It's true. I find it disgusting. You can tell me whatever you want. I find it disgusting what we say to each other. Well, there you go. That was the question I wanted to ask you. It felt good to me in the morning like that. It lingered in my mind, you see. Last night I thought about it, so I told myself I need to talk about it. I need to ask the question.